Hi guys, how are you
Hi.
today? Um, we're gonna have Adam on the show, but something's going on. I with the link, so that's what made us late. Let's say hi, Andrew.
Hello. It's,
It's
you guys might notice something a little different back here. It's either the inside of Lisa Renna's mind or it's Halloween time. You pick.
I love it. So let's just go over what we're going to talk about, and hopefully Adam could straighten it out. Whatever's going on, we got a lot to talk about today. It's some serious stuff going on.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about. Those are the wrong notes. We're going to talk about Porsha Williams coming out demanding that. I can't find my notes, so now I have to go on memory. What a bad day. Demanding that Kelly Dodd gets fired. And she's just not being over. She's not being ridiculous at this point. I'm going to show you a tape what Kelly Dodd said. Oh my gosh, Kelly. And then we're going to talk about this threesome that happened. Here he is. Sorry, Adam. Okay, here we are. Thank you, Adam. I think it was my fault because I.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. You look
Hi,
so
Andrew.
good.
Hi. Okay. Hi.
So I was going over what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how Porsha Williams is demanding now that Kelly Dodd be fired, and they still have that boycott going on. Then we're going to talk about this threesome that happened at Cynthia Bailey's bridal shower. She's coming out now saying she didn't know anything about it, that she's seen a couple of girls kissing, but she didn't know about the threesome thing. And what do we think about this? Is Bravo really pushing the limits? A threesome? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about something, the new girl.
New York. Yeah.
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 Let's start with Kelly Dodd. We got to talk about Kelly Dodd. Have you heard
drunk wives matter?
Yeah. Okay. So let me refresh the audience. I'm sure you guys know what's going on. She wore a hat that said "Drunk Lives Matter." People got offended and thought she was mocking the Black Lives. Oh, my teacup! I forgot. Andrew, go get it. Go. I'll drop you. Go get it. Go get it. We almost forgot our teacups. She. I know. She. People came out and said that they thought she was mocking the Black Lives Matters movement. She apologized, but then at the end of the apology, she called people idiots. And then Porsha Williams came out and said that she was offended. And then she makes this video. Okay, this is so.
Oh,
I don't know what. Yeah. Let me.
This video.
Bring it up. Hold on. Hey V, I'm on live. He's on. He's in now. Adam's in now. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Ivy.
She'll be in the comment section. We were trying to make sure you got in. Then Kelly Dodd comes and makes this video, and I hope you guys can hear it. This is so disgusting. Make sure the volume's up. Can you guys hear it?
I did not want you put. Everyone's like, "Oh, is she mocking?" It was a gift. It was it's my bridal shower. I didn't buy it. It was a joke.
And that was out way before any of that started. She said that, right? The lady that made the hat said she made that hat before any of it.
Drunk lives matter.
They kind of do.
They kind of do. You know what? All lives matter. Lives. So sorry. She bought it for me. Actually, it was her.
She kind of made the gift.
Absolutely. Yeah. I thought it was a joke, and so people that can't get a joke, go fuck yourself. Okay, go fuck yourselves.
Look at you guys' mouth.
I didn't see that last part. Oh.
Clutch the pearls, Andrew. Clutch the pearls. Look at Adam's eyes.
I didn't see the last part. See, I think that it's so hard because you find people who are legit comedians who really their jokes are absolutely vile and disgusting, and they're like, get over it. It's comedy. Like Joan Rivers is a great example of that. Yeah, but the only thing is you're a housewife. You're not a comedian.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, Rich Andrew, your thoughts?
In my social circles and the people who I run with and the people who are older than me, that terminology would get you exiled. To use such vulgar language, that's just declasse.
Yeah.
Very
It makes
declasse.
no sense. So now people are asking that she gets fired, and they have a basis, a pretty good grounds to ask for firing. Do you guys remember Bravo fired Stassi and
But
Kristen? Go
this
ahead.
this is my only thing. Does it see they actually did I mean when she posted, NAZI chic, or I don't know what I can and can't say, but those were actually I don't know. I don't know if she can get in trouble for saying drunk wives matter, or if it's just something where like the fans are going to turn against her and not want her on. I don't know if can the network fire her for that?
What do you think, Andrew? He's got a point. He's saying it's not like a racial slur.
Right.
It's not. But what I think could happen is, I'm sorry. Who is here electively watching The Real Housewives of Orange County? Who is saying this is the only Real Housewives show I watch? I just think Orange County is getting ready to go off the air. And I think this is just like, this is going to be, we're going to look at it as a map. We can start creating a map. And this is a turning point right now when the fans start turning on the people who are on the show. So instead of, I think if Bravo starts realizing that people are like 15 seasons, this might be time for us to wind down the show. Let's put it, and then we put this on our turning point map, and it goes, this is one of the reasons why the show got off the air.
The funny thing is, you said our last video, whatever it was, that you thought that this was the last season for The Real Housewives of Orange County. Do you remember you told me that? You think it's going to go off the air? And I said, stop smoking, whatever you're smoking. That's not true, Rich Andrew, but it might be.
Actually, he could. You could possibly be right, only because they phased out Real Housewives of Miami. It's all in the ratings. It doesn't really matter. Everything matters with the ratings, and they're trying this season when they're bringing in Elizabeth Lynn Vargas, who is apparently this firecracker, has no children, and she's friends with Kelly Dodd. So I guess what they said was she came in so aggressive that they kind of had to tell her to tone it down.
The new girl?
Yeah. Maybe she might be delivering ratings. Who knows?
Also, I would just like to point out, so The Real Housewives of Orange County was supposed to premiere last night.
Right.
It was originally slated to premiere last night, but Bravo pushed it due to the debate because they knew the viewership numbers wouldn't be as high. So I think that's very telling to the new season of The Real Housewives of Orange County, because they're going to really, really look at these ratings. And it's going to be like, okay, the Gateway episode didn't land that well. It's our least performing one. We have hate and backlash on many cast members. Many people are boycotting the show, and people in Bravo, I know that's our next point, but are calling for some people in Real Housewives of Orange County to be fired.
Besides Kelly?
I think it's just Kelly, but I think Real Housewives of Orange County does have its history of incidents like this, and I don't think it would be fair. I don't think it would be an understatement to say that this probably won't be the last time any of the Real Housewives any Orange County members will have a problem similar to this.
Which leads me to go ahead, Adam.
Well, I was just gonna say it's really disappointing actually, because and I know that some of the viewers right now are gonna rip my head off, but I like watching Kelly Dodd on OC because she creates drama in a storyline. Like she brings a big part of the storyline to the show. So it just is going to really be unfortunate if she let her mouth overload her butt and gets fired for something that was just uncalled for. And then, we don't have a good show anymore. That sucks.
Which leads me to my next question. I have to wonder. I asked Perry this last night. He could not answer this question. What makes Kelly Dodd do these things? What is wrong with her? Does she think this problem is going to go away? She could have said sorry days ago. Now look at it. What makes her tick? Adam, since you like her so much, why did you say that?
I think, what it is I think especially, and I always say this, I go back to it, anyone who knows anything about my Bravo background of where I come from or who I've been around, I've seen this whole reality show kind of come up from season 1 to Now we'll see if they get renewed this season. But I've watched where they put them in these scenarios and their jobs are super dependent on them creating conflict and drama. So I think it's hard when you stop filming, or even right now. Yeah, I believe they stopped filming. Yeah, of course they stopped filming. I don't know if they're doing any more confessional stuff for adding in edits, but I think when you stop filming, you keep trying to bring up drama and then mix that with alcohol and a loud mouth, and you have a problem.
Let me tell you what Porsha Williams has done. Have you guys been following her?
Yes,
She's
I have.
protesting, marching, speaking out on their behalf. She even got arrested for it. They had charged her with a felony, but dropped it down, from a felony. Her life, and her grandfather is Hosea Williams, marched with Martin Luther King. And Kelly has to know this, because you guys knew that, right? I think the world knows what Porsha's about and how passionate she is about this Black Lives Matter movement. Kelly has to know that. And I don't even think did she apologize in the video? I don't think she did. But to end the video with the FU.
Yeah. Oh, that's where she lost everybody, because
FU? Really?
Nothing is more declassé than that. To use such vulgar language.
And it's almost like, what's going to happen is every single thing that you say online, on the internet or whatever, is completely dissected and picked apart. So people might not just take that FU to the ones who might have took that and ran with it, but some people might take that FU to heart as she was addressing the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah. And that is a problem.
So, and what is the Black Lives movement about? Black Lives Matter movement. It's about police brutalizing, killing our Black men. Kiana Taylor and women, just how they treat us different. Kiana Taylor, and the list goes on. Do you think Kelly Dodd knows anything about these cases that have been in the media?
No, not at all.
Yes. What do you mean? Her fiance is a news guy. That would be completely. Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, so if she didn't know, she'd be living under a rock. And she's the one who comes to her Instagram live and stuff, and she posted like, guys, check the CDC, check the numbers. She's very well versed in what's going on in the world. So this is just an active incident.
Kiana Taylor, because someone's correcting me. I meant Brianna. Okay, my cousin's name is Kiana, so I mix it up. She knows about it. She has to know about it.
She has to.
Make it make sense, Andrew. Rich Andrew. Why?
Well, honestly, I'm coming this as a white person. And I have to say, my great-grandfather, up in Connecticut, him and a group of friends made it, he was back in the 60s, he made it, his role in the civil rights movement was very important up in Connecticut. Yeah. So when I talk about this, it's truly, this is part of my family's history because we feel so strongly about this issue. Mm-hmm. And this issue has been ongoing. Mm-hmm. And Porsha, her father is Hosea Williams. That is a legacy and that is a name. Mm-hmm. But when you have someone act trashy and classless about something, people are dying because of this. Yeah. And I'm sorry. Yeah. But to say F you, just, it leaves me dumbfounded and speechless. And I say these things so more people understand where I'm coming from, and I'm just not a clueless white individual who just reads a CNN headline. This is research. This is taking college courses. This is reading my family history.
Mm-hmm. I think too, on your behalf, there are, when Black people march for equal rights and things like that, we're not marching alone. When you looked at the protest, there are white people there too. So and white people get passionate about it. And I think Rich Andrew is one of those people. Some people just don't want to see when something is wrong and they stand up for it. And like Adam said, Kelly's fiance works in the news. She has to know about these things. You are offending Kiana, parent, Brianna. Oh, Kiana's my cousin. Sorry.
It's so
Brianna, parents. It's just sickening. Go ahead, Adam.
No, but I do want to say too, just to play kind of devil's advocate here, and this is such a thing that like you can't even play devil's advocate with. But just understanding the type of personality that we're dealing with here in Kelly Dodd, I think we all know what her FU was and who it was to. I think it was to the people who were taking this hat that was intended as a gift, as a joke, and they were taking it, running with it as if that defines how she feels. And I think her FU was to all of those people. But
I agree.
At the end of the day, though, you still make the video. When you put it out there, people are going to interpret it 500 different ways, and that's the problem. You can't. She's been on the Housewives for long enough. Her fiance is Rick Leventhal, part of the news. She's a part of the media, and she knows her words have ramifications. So there's no other answer than that.
I feel that her FU was to Porsha Williams. She had made a video before when she called everybody. She said a statement after it. I think it was idiots. I think her FU was to Porsha Williams because Porsha Williams now is coming for her job and making her accountable. And you get upset. Even worse, she tried to make it a joke when she was talking to the masses and the public the other day. But this tape that we just seen, her saying FU, I think she's coming for Porsha Williams because Portia's coming for her job. And then it puts Bravo in a crazy situation because people are saying, you fired Stassi, you fired Max and Brett for something they said years ago. Mm-hmm. But
it was more direct than this statement, just to be fair.
Well, I feel that the actual statement, drunk lives matter, you can't sue anybody for. I mean, you can't fire anybody for. But you can fire them for their actions after, once you clearly knew that you were talking to people that supported the Black Lives Matter movement. That's what she's getting. I think she should get fired for. Okay, yeah, it started out, it could have been a misunderstanding. But once it was brought to your attention that you offended these people, now you have to be held accountable because you kept going with it. That's what I think.
Well, and then I know just to piggyback off you really quick, unfortunately for Kelly Dodd right now, 2020 is a year of a lot of accountability. It's not unfortunately, it's fortunate that this is the year of that. But unfortunately for her, this is not going to go away easily. And with Porsha being at the forefront of a lot of these protests and really immersing herself into the BLM movement, Bravo has already rewarded her with this new chat show that they have, that Giselle's a part of, and Kate Chastain and all of them. But she's just where she's headed with Bravo right now. She's not the one that you want to go after. So for Kelly Dodd, I would really back off if that's the case.
That if Porsha doesn't let up, and then the protest, the people that are going to boycott the show, I think they will fire her.
Absolutely.
I really do. You do too?
I'm sorry. Porsha is a force on Bravo. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She is likable. She is to me embodies a perfect housewife, in my opinion. Please do not come for me in the comments. I know probably X, Y, and Z is better in some cases, but for me, Porsha is Atlanta now.
Yeah. And you know what? That's true. Yeah, I do believe. Yeah. Now that Nene's gone, some people say Candy's the new face of Housewives of Atlanta. I think it's Porsha. I agree with you, Andrew. What do you think?
If you know, first of all, I want to say one thing. I love that I'm noticing these little tidbits about Rich Andrew, like him knowing that as soon as he says something, he's going to be held accountable. So he better cover it up really quick. And then the second thing I want to say is for Atlanta, Kandi Burruss. I love Kandi because I think she's incredibly talented and she's super straightforward and real. I just don't get excited about watching unless her mom is on the screen with her. I don't get excited about Kandi's storyline. Like I don't feel that way about Porsha. I get excited when I see Porsha, but I don't know if I would give Kandi the whole being the face of Atlanta now that Nene's gone. Let's give it to Porsha. Give it somebody else.
I think it's Porsha.
Yeah, Go ahead. I would get excited if Kandi was on the screen just singing No Scrubs. Like she could just be singing No Scrubs and just like, if you know what, she got that show and you know she got like Escape still kicking it. And you know what, I would just like to see like you know what, for the theme song for the intro card for Atlanta, they should just play Kandi singing No Scrubs, because if you've ever listened to Kandi sing No Scrubs, it's really the way it was meant to be sung. So it's
I've never heard her sing it ever.
It's really good.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Porsha's the new face of Atlanta. In my opinion, but you know what? It's not necessarily true because we haven't seen this season, the upcoming season. Someone else could rise to the forefront because Kenya Moore has a huge fan base. We forget about Kenya. I don't. It's safe to say Cynthia's safe. She's never going to be the face of Atlanta. Not at all.
She's probably. Don't you think, Sharrell, she'll be gone after this? Now that she's moving to. By the way, I want to say I love Cynthia, but she's moving to Porter Ranch. That's literally the furthest out of LA you can. Like anyone who knows Los Angeles knows that Porter Ranch is like.
Now I'm from LA. Where is that?
Exactly.
I never heard of it.
So exactly. So Porter Ranch is like really on the outskirts of Los Angeles, like so you know how like when you cross over Beverly Hills into the valley, like Sherman Oaks, Calabasas, all of that, sure. Yeah. So then you have to go 30 minutes past that to the very end of Los Angeles County line to Porter Ranch.
I don't even consider that LA anymore. That's like you're going too far.
You're getting really far.
People are like really trying to claim LA, like as far as Temecula. No.
Yeah, well, yeah, and and I think we've talked about this before. Somebody made a joke, and you mentioned it on your show that none of the housewives of Beverly Hills live in Beverly Hills. It's like LA is so big that.
I mean, I said every season though that Cynthia wasn't coming back, and I've been wrong every single season. And now with this threesome taking place at her bridal shower, okay, let's just be honest here. Who released the news of the threesome? Production. It had to be. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just hype for the season.
It's hype, but I still believe that it happened now. I really do.
Does this remind you of anything?
What?
Do you guys remember a white party where wasn't Brandy accused of hooking up with her real estate agent and sucking the gap out of his teeth? Remember? She's like, I love sucking on that gap. And it was like, and they were like, you were in the bathroom. My daughter could have came in. Remember, this is like, I feel like we've done this. So I'm curious to see what we're trying to do here.
No, but what if the two people not mentioned, what if one of them was Candy, that got accused of having a sex dungeon?
Candy can't afford any more sex scandals. No more for Candy.
No. I cut you off, Rich Andrew. What were you going to say? I cut you off. Sorry.
Well, you know what? I just have to say this. Like we've got so many sex-based scandals in Bravo now. We've got the Candy Dungeon. We've got, threesomes and Denise. And I'm just like, can we pick another way of things? I'm sorry, sexual things aren't really giving me the drama anymore.
And we need a good medium, just to piggyback off you, Rich Andrew. I can't, It's either puppies or sex scandals. And come on. We need something. That's why we're getting the mollywop from Monique to Candace, because we have nothing else. It's sex scandal or puppygate. So now we have mollywops.
Yeah. I had a huge argument with Perry that I think Andy Cohen is putting these housewives in a position that they have to up the ante to even stay on the show. I think the whole threesome thing is whoever it was pressured to bring a good storyline. We're going to get Perry on a little later to talk about that, because threesomes, now everybody knows that's something that should stay in your bedroom. You're at a bridal party? Come on.
Oh, that's a way to consummate a marriage.
I just think it's a good way to up the ante, because they see what happened to Nene. If you're not producing or if you aren't a team player, then I think they're going to fire you. And I really blame Andy Cohen for having that kind of environment. But, that's what he's supposed to do at the end of the day. But still, I mean.
I actually don't, I want to look at this just if we turn it on its side for a second, because if Andy doesn't kind of, I guess, herd these women, these housewives into kind of how they should be thinking, then you end up with a Vicky Gunvalson who's slamming doors at the reunion and screaming because she's not on the couch. You get that big ego. And I think we got that from Nene Leakes a little bit. I think Teresa Giudice has a little bit of that. I don't know. I think maybe the way that they're treating or the way that they're acting now might eliminate a lot of the ego.
You think Teresa Giudice have a big ego? Let me turn to the housewife of New Jersey specialist, Rich Andrew. Do you think
I love
do you think Judice has a No, I have to help you guys. Look what somebody sent me. It says Sharrell's World.
I love that.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my goodness.
Came from
That
a-
was
If we'll do a teacup show, this is the actually they don't make this one anymore. This is Tiffany's for, Limoges for Tiffany. Well, Tiffany's for Limoges, and it's beautiful. It's the platinum brand.
Really?
This one is super hard to find. If you guys actually, if anybody knows where you can find platinum band Tiffany's, please let me know.
Well, I just want to say real quick then, if we're doing that, then this is from Custom by Your Coffee Mug
that's
for
a Dunkin' Adam.
$2.99.
That's good.
And then on the back, I put sip, don't spill, only because that's Sharrell's job. She's the spiller, and I just sip it. Okay?
Hold on, guys. Here's Perry. He wants to talk. Hold on. Hi, Perry.
Well,
What
and
do
I
you
would
think
say
about-
this is a Perry line.
Oh, everybody has their own.
Okay.
Perry, did you see the video of Kelly Dodd saying "F you" about what would make a person say this? And did you hear the part when I said that Porsha is calling for her firing now? What is going through Kelly's head? Why would you do this?
I just think, let me talk about this. I think last night or yesterday or something. She's just really ignorant, I think. Now, it don't justify.
Ignorant as, and I'm going to need you to be specific. She doesn't know about the movement. Ignorant that
She don't take time to even factor that in. It's not like something that's on her mind. Like, she's aware of it, but it's not interesting enough for her to figure out what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, some people just overlook a lot of things.
Wait, whoa, Perry. You think you could be in society? We've seen this Breonna Taylor thing everywhere. How could she not be thinking about it?
I'm saying people get in their own life. They only worry about the things they want to worry about.
So you're saying she is a narcissist that's only into her own life and only thinks about her and what goes on in her life? Because that's what I'm getting out of what you're saying. She's a narcissist.
I'm saying that's the only way I can really look at it. Like, I don't know what would make her do that, but then I could just narrow it down to it could be other reasons. I'm not saying I know the real reason, but I'm just looking at it as that I think she's very ignorant.
Well,
right? To the fact that there's a lot of things. Like, if you're in a certain profession, you know about that profession. It's many professions out there. You never took the time to look at them or investigate them. You just go right past them.
Right.
If you don't need that service, you don't even think about that service. You know what I'm saying? So, and she don't need no Black Lives Movement as far as her lifestyle is concerned, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So
I actually agree with Perry. I think that makes perfect sense. It's like the other day I was walking down Ventura in Los Angeles, and there was a whole shop dedicated to combing lice out of your hair. And I was like, who thinks of that? And my fiance was like, somebody who needs that. And it's like, I think that's the analogy Perry's using, is that this is something that really doesn't apply to her life. So it was easier to not really focus on the real meaning of where BLM comes from and why that hat is actually silly, And I think it went over her head because, like Perry said, it doesn't apply to her life. It's a form of ignorance.
No, I have to disagree. What about once the point that she knew what she was doing and how she was offending people, that she continued with it and she upped the ante and then she said F you?
Oh, that I can't. And Rich Andrew, that's all you. I don't know. I don't want that one.
It was D-Class A. D-Class A just, I don't even know. Like, let's just look at how far the Real Housewives franchises have come. It was all about a peek behind the gates, a peek into the life of the rich and famous. And now we've got Kelly Dodd saying F you to fans while wearing a Drunk Lives Matter hat. Like, that's just, I don't know, just a bigger thing that just like went downhill. We've got Vicky Gunvalson buying Brianna, a brand new Mercedes. And now we've got Kelly Dodd saying Drunk Wives Matter and then saying F you. Just, what has the world come to?
That's what I want you to answer that question, Perry. Once she became aware.
I'm only saying this. I think it was ignorance at first when she did it. Now, once it brings to your attention, now it is something that's going on. If somebody's calling for your firing, you examine, I made a mistake, I wasn't like that, whatever, I was ignorant. But at that point, she could have fixed it or
Yeah.
Not with everybody. I mean, not everybody gonna take an apology. Like we talked about apologies the other day. But you could have generally came out and said, "Hey, I was being insensitive. I really truly apologize for that. That was not my intent." I've said things, did a lot of things that was insensitive. But when I realize it and get confronted or just realize it myself, I apologize.
Mhm.
So that's what she simply could have did and just moved on.
Well,
That's where the drama is coming in, because when you don't do it the right way, people look at your ignorance as actually being your intent.
yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why, and this is, I just want to pop up and piggyback this really quick, because Candace, who I love from Real Housewives of Potomac, she was kind of at the forefront of calling for a lot of firings too. And then, then there were comments that came out that she made, and then people so it's at this point, I think that really, no matter what insensitive thing comes out of your mouth, everybody's being held accountable on Bravo. I just don't know where is there a line of, because they, at the end of the day, respectfully, it's just a level above kind of trash reality TV that we're watching, right? Because it's the drama, the fights. So I'm just asking, at the end of the day, what is the line of insensitivity that calls for you to lose your job? I don't think it makes her statement any less ignorant, but I'm wondering if Bravo is going to follow through with drunk wives matter being a reason to fire her.
Well, let's go around the panel, and then I have to move on to another subject. I'm going to start with you, Rich Andrew. Does Kelly Dodd need to be fired?
Let's just end Orange County. Let's end it on a high note. Or
You're firing
not even a
everyone.
high note. Let's just medium note. Let's just end it on a medium note. Let's say 15 seasons. Snaps for you. Snaps for you. Let's just end it.
The whole cast has to be fired, Andrew.
We can maybe make a spin-off on Shannon Bjorn's journey with,
Oh gosh,
inner spiritual feng shui journey, if anybody wants to watch that. But yeah.
Barry, does Kelly Dodd need to be fired?
You know what? I would say this. Now, even if she came correct and apologized, a lot of people are not going to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Too late.
But I would say this. Probably at this point, because it is the time where people are actually, looking for equal justice, right? And it's a sensitive time. And you can't really afford to be ignorant of certain things.
Yeah.
But when it's brought to your attention, you do have to try to realize your mistake and take ownership of it.
Yeah.
Whether it was on purpose or not, take ownership of it. If she don't clearly come out and apologize for it, maybe she should be, because it's like saying, hey, the more she don't apologize for it correctly, the more people are going to look at it as her saying F you.
Adam, does Kelly Dodd need to be fired?
Kelly Dodd needs to come forth with a respectable apology, kind of owning her actions. And then when she does, depending on how that goes, I would make my decision from there. But right now, with her not clearing up anything, and I understand who her FU was meant towards, and I don't think it was meant towards the movement. I think it was meant towards people not understanding the joke of the hat, which still doesn't make it any less insensitive or ignorant. I want to see what her apology is before I make that decision.
I'm going to have to click the yes box. I think she should be fired. All right, now go ahead, Perry.
No, I'll just say this. Like, that footage came off something the production team put out there, right? Whether it's edited the right way. If they edited it that way just to come out and say F you and nobody's clear on who it was intended for, maybe they should come up with the full footage if it's not the case.
Yeah.
Wasn't saying F to Black Life Movement. You know what I'm saying? Because if anybody would have the tape, is a person, we can say it was edited and it came across this way. It looks a certain way. Sometimes things don't have to be the way they look, but if it looked that way, people gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's move on to the Real Housewives of New York. So we were talking earlier today, Adam. Go ahead, you take it away.
No, you take it away. I'm so excited.
No, go ahead. I mean, because you know more about it. I did look it up after you talked about it.
No, I'm just excited because we're getting our first Black housewife on Real Housewives of New York City, and I can't wait because her name's Ebony. I don't want to butcher her last name. We were just talking about it. just to be fair, I was hit in the head. So we were just talking about it though. Her name's Ebony. They just released the information today, but she's a total activist for Black Lives Matter and that whole movement. She's always on the news. You've seen her around. There she is. She's stunning. And what I'm so excited about is Ramona saying stupid comments like servants and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for that ignorance to come out.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Ooh.
Remember, go ahead, Andrew.
What,
go ahead.
Okay, so Ramona, it's the entire Singer family, Adam, too. It's not just Ramona. Avery, too, which I know something about Avery, too. So Ramona she literally treats the staff. So whenever they go, so last time when they went on their Mexico vacation, which they've been to Mexico like 17 times on this show, I swear to God. And then she sees the staff greets her, because when you stay at a luxury resort, there's typically like a chambermaid and like people who will just help you unpack, because that's what some people expect, because you can't bring your staff in all cases. So she calls them, oh, look at the servants. Look at how many servants we have. Oh, bye, servants, like completely degrading these workers. And it runs, and I think raised her child to be like that, because Ramona's child, Avery, was reported using as a FedEx, as a personal moving company, and going ballistic on them. Like, we're talking
Say it again. She hired FedEx
to move her daughter's apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's treating people like they're below her, is what you're saying, right?
She always does that.
Ramona?
Yeah, it's her kind of her thing. She thinks she's so high and mighty, but
that was one of Bethany Frankel's problems with her, is that she doesn't come from that background. So she never understood why she is so aggressively not humbled in the way that she treats any kind of hospitality staff.
Why is she still around? I think Ramona should have been fired a couple seasons ago. She really gets under my skin. Do you guys think she's in good with Andy Cohen or something?
She's a polished Brandy Glanville. Brandy Glanville's a loose cannon. No, but I mean that respectfully. She's a polished Brandy Glanville, because Brandy Glanville is a loose cannon and you don't know what's going to come out of her mouth. And she calls it like she says it, but she needs a lot of alcohol to work that up. And then she's very vulgar about it. Whereas Ramona has just adopted this character that recklessly says whatever she wants. And she's like, whatever, I'm sorry about it. I said it. It came out of my mouth. I'm sorry. And it's
I'm sorry. Yeah. Rich Andrew, you know Ramona personally, right? Or the daughter?
I know the daughter personally, and I have friends who know the daughter personally. Ramona allegedly, from what I've heard, and it's very easy to see, paid for her daughter to get a facelift, allegedly. And you can look at the footage before Avery Singer got a facelift between allegedly between season 10 and season 11. You can see the difference. Allegedly.
That's
I definitely didn't.
Why didn't you tell us that was coming?
Why does a 20-year-old need a facelift?
Yeah, why would she get a facelift?
What?
Okay, so I have a lot of friends in New York City, and first of all, Ramona is nothing. First of all, she's not old money. She doesn't have a great apartment, and she's really not that wealthy.
Oh, this is so bad, Andrew. This is so bad. Oh my God. Sorry, go ahead.
So she's not really anything in New York society, and she really can't claim to be anything because, first of all, I know a lot of people in New York society. I really can't name names, but it's just
this is
she
bad.
really isn't anything.
Yeah, but that's why they keep her though. Even if she's not SHIT, it's like neither is Leah McSweeney. Her wealth doesn't measure up to 80% of New York City. But the thing is, she comes in and brings ratings. So as long as Ramona does that, they'll keep her.
Rich Andrew, do you think that maybe it wasn't a facelift? Maybe her daughter had some kind of work on her face, some kind of injection, something like that.
It wasn't and also the culture here, the culture in New York City, like I said, I have a lot of friends. It's very a pressure, bulimia. Well, I don't know if I can say that, but like the B word, if you know what I mean, is very big here. It's very big.
It for you. I don't want you to get in trouble. The pressure in New York is to really look your best at all.
Really look your best. And it's a very, I don't know if you're familiar with the term WASP.
No? What's that?
WASP stands for White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
What?
And it's a
Okay.
and it's a term that is used to describe people from like Bridgeport, Connecticut, Greenwich, and like New York, old money New York societies, old line Philadelphia. Here in Maryland, it's to describe like old money politicians and just things like that. So, and WASP, and the WASP mindset is to suppress our feelings and to make sure that our face stays like slicked back. I mean, your face, like,
Are you dropping rich people tea? You guys talking code? WASP? Adam, have you ever heard of WASP?
I've never heard of WASP. No.
you've
Oh,
never
you're
heard of
talking
WASP?
tea.
No.
Harry, have you heard of WASP?
Not at all. I don't have enough money to hear about it.
Thank you. I know. I know. Thank you, Rich Andrew. I appreciate that. Really. But I've seen people act WASP. What I see on TV, rich people. They're very proper. They're supposed to act a certain way, things like that. Like Lisa Vanderpump acts WASP, right?
Yes, and it's just a code word, and it really just means old money society. You care very much about where your family comes from. It's not just about being in America for 300 years. It's about having the history behind it too. Like to be maybe part of Russian royalty, English royalty.
True rich people admire generational wealth. And they're not as impressive. I don't know if you had a hit single and you made $1 million. They don't care about that. That's what
Everyone in the
cares
chat
about.
room is saying that WASP is super common, and Perry and I are pretty much living under a rock.
I don't know what WASP is.
I didn't know about it.
Make room for under a rock for me. I have no idea what he was talking about.
Can I ask y'all a question though? I know it's off base a little bit maybe, but we was talking about the new girl that's going to the housewives in New York.
Mhm.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I'm sort of
Sorry, we got really sidetracked.
I know, I'm sorry, but I actually read an article, and then the one girl was Rashawn
Shaw and Alicia. Right. I can't even pronounce her last name. Have you heard about this, Adam?
Are they hiring two or just one?
So go ahead. You want to talk about it, Adam? Go ahead.
No, they're just hiring one as of right now. They're thinking about bringing Bergen Shaw was the shoe-in for the housewife, and then Ebony came in and her casting tape was better. So they're going to bring in Ebony, and as of right now, they're going to make Bergen a friend and see how she comes the rest of the season.
Is it Bergen or Bershan? I can't pronounce it. But the rumor is that she was going to be the new housewife, but they just liked this other woman better, and so she lost her status at the last minute. Isn't that like a punch in the stomach? You think? Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Especially, but this girl, Sharrell, when you get off here, you have to go look at her Instagram and her videos. She's super she is not going to take crap from anybody. She's very Ebony.
Oh, so, okay. This is what I know about Ebony. Let me put her picture back up. She's stunning. Oh my God. Stunning. She was a Fox Sports. She is a producer of Revolt Black News. That's Puffy's channel, the Revolt channel. And also she was on Fox Sports. She was on NBA 2K. She has a law degree from Loyola University, New Orleans College of Law. Oh, she's a lawyer. And she wrote a book titled Pretty Powerful Appearances and Substances and Success. So she's an author. Let me bring up, I'm going to drop you for a minute, Perry.
Yeah, but can I say one? I don't know. It's all, because y'all get too.
Oh, I just dropped them on accident.
I just wanted to mention this Nene thing. I seen a thing on Nene.
Okay.
And she had posted that after getting let go from the Housewives of Atlanta, it felt like working at McDonald's on minimum wage, trying to take care of a family.
What does that mean?
Well, meaning that she went from making all that money. When you get released, you no longer make that money. So now she's saying that being released and having nothing is like working for minimum wage at McDonald's, which everybody go through when they get laid off or fired, right? So, and my suggestion just to Nene is that, hey, it's not the first time. You didn't come on the show, Rich. And it's times where you don't do things and you had to hustle. Do like everybody else in life and go regroup. Yeah, making minimum wage at McDonald's not going to pay for your house mortgage. So sell the house, downsize, sell stuff, And
Wow.
Nene leaks to sell her house and downsize.
I'm only
You
saying
think she's selling her house and moving to McDonald's?
no, not to McDonald's, but basically what I'm trying to say this. Don't come out here and just say this like, oh, that's too bad. Well, I would feel bad if you had nothing and had to make minimum wage. But if you got access, sell it, move down, and you still okay, and then just regroup. That's
You mean
all.
trade in the Rolls Royce for maybe a baby Mercedes. You're saying she's got to downsize, and
Right.
you still don't feel sorry for her,
That's
even
exactly
though.
what I'm saying. I'm saying she was just saying, being a single income or whatever. Well, if you got a man or men, make them work too. But the only thing I'm just saying is that if you're in that predicament, like everybody else in life, you just adapt and overcome. You get to go ahead, sell the stuff and downsize, and then you should be okay. It's
Well,
basically
let me. I'm going to bring up Andrew Gabor in a second. But Andrew, if you woke up and you lost all your money and you were broke, would you downsize, or would you try to make more money and just keep chasing the dream?
Well, one thing that well, are we talking if my trust fund's gone? Because that changes things. That changes things.
Yes,
there for a second.
you woke up and all you had was $40,000 left. What would you do?
One thing, I'm right now in school, and there's one thing that everyone in my family always says, and I want to make sure that this is true to everybody, and everybody hears this. The one thing in life no one can ever take away from you is your education.
There you go. That's smart. Yeah.
So I'm attending a very prestigious university right now, and I'm applying to law school. And
Really?
I'm applying to law school right now. Yeah.
Oh.
So it really you don't forget about your education and take it very seriously. Yeah. So because it can all go away in an instant. It can all go away in an instant.
Exactly. Here, I'm going to drop you for a minute, and I'm going to bring up Gabor, and then I'll bring you back. Okay.
Sharrell, I want to just say really quick. Somebody said, "How can Adam not say Ebony Williams' last name?" It's not. They said, "How hard is it to pronounce?" It wasn't that. It was just that I just heard about this today, so the Williams part slipped. But I'm still excited. Just want to throw that out there.
Gabor, how you doing today?
I'm fine, y'all.
So, have you been watching the whole thing?
Yes.
Did you see the tape with Kelly Dodd?
Yeah, I saw the tape.
Does she need to be fired?
I don't think she should be fired, and I don't think that Porsha is a person who should be trying to get her fired.
Wait, what? Why don't you think she needs to be fired?
I think that when you have these bachelorette parties and things like that, there's always plays on words, right? And so the drunk wives matter. I think that was just a play on words. I don't think it was meant to be taken serious.
Okay. But the question that I gave to the other guys, when she found out that people were offended, how do you explain her behavior after that?
But the same way, I mean, I probably would have said the same thing, right? Like, it was just a joke. And I don't think that she should be penalized. She isn't the one who bought the hat. It was a gift, right? So she
don't think an apology is not expected here in this situation?
But I thought she already apologized, though.
She, at the end of the apology, she said she called people idiots the first time, and then the second time she said "F you."
I still don't think that she should be fired. I think that, I mean, I don't watch the show, so I don't really know her like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that when in bachelorette parties and stuff like that, they have.
You don't watch the show, but you have to admit that apology that I played earlier was shitty, right?
And she said "F you" at the end of the apology.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that she should be fired, though.
Oh gosh! But you still okay? Listen, you don't think she should be fired, but you don't feel sorry for Nene, who cried, had tears streaming down her face on Tamron Hall.
Well, Nene, I didn't see no tears, Sharrell.
Okay, I didn't exaggerate, but still,
she was making her face like she was crying, but I didn't see no tears.
You think that she was putting on for the cameras,
Nene? Of course.
Oh my God.
I told you a long time ago, I thought that Nene had wasted her money, and I thought that Nene was broke, and I thought that Nene was trying to do anything to get some money. and she spent all of her money, and she didn't save her money because she thought that she was going to be on. She thought she always had a home at Bravo.
Oh my God! Look, I need backup. Adam, Richie. Adam. What do you think? Is Nene just bluffing here? Is she really?
I
was
can't.
those real tears?
When it comes to this, I hate to say it. When it comes to the Nene topic, I'm right there with Andrew.
Oh my God, Andrew, please, you have my back.
I'm in the middle, honestly. Okay, so I don't know. So there's so many Bravo podcasts. We all know this about like every single housewife has started their own darn stinking podcast. But if you listen to Bethany Frankel's podcast, Just Be with Bethany, she had Dorinda on the show. And she was basically saying how housewives, it's its own bubble, and no one else in your social circle who's not on the show cares at all about the show. No one does.
Wow.
Like at all. So in your social circles. So to see Nene, she's going to come out of this and she's going to see my friends don't care that the past 12, 13 years of my life have been on this show. I don't have really anything to prove for it. I don't know. Forgive me if I don't know if Nene.
I want to stop you. You think she's going to be broke too? Just like Gabor saying?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Come on.
Of course.
You guys
She got those sugar babies.
You
got the sugar
can't
babies she needs to feed.
have champagne taste on a beer budget. And listen, when you get cut from Bravo, your budget goes to beer.
bad. You guys are bad. Look what you're doing, Gabor. Look what you're doing.
I'm not doing it. Nene did it. We was watching the show.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about Ebony, though. I'm so excited that she's going to be on the show.
I gotta put her picture up again. She's so pretty. Let's put it up again. Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm so excited that she's going to be on the show. And so now I never watched one episode of New York. So now I have to binge watch all of the seasons of New York so I can get caught up to see what she brings to the show. But I've seen her before. I've seen her talk on TV before, and I've seen her do radio interviews before. And I think that I don't know a lot about New York, but I know that she's totally opposite of Garcelle. I don't think that she's going to start anything with anybody, but she's not going to back down from it. And she's also an AKA, just like Giselle and Wendy.
Wendy's an AKA. Wow.
Yeah, Wendy's an AKA.
She's absolutely stunning. I have to be messy for a second. Mm-hmm. What if you heard Sean and you thought you were going to be on the show and then they demoted you before you even came on the show? Are you salty?
We fighting. I'm going to get my, what do they hold in New York?
I know.
An apple. A golden apple.
I'm going to get my apple.
So when you come on part-time, you're going to be acting ridiculous so you can get an apple.
Just give me my apple.
I feel like they'll give her, if they told her that she was going to be full-time and now they're trying to push her as a friend role, she might be as prominent as Sutton was on Beverly Hills. And Sutton, she definitely didn't have a diamond because they took it back from her, but we saw her in every single episode.
Yeah, I mean, you could still get your apple. She's got to work overtime.
She might get like a pear. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She might not get an apple. Yeah. She might get like, maybe like after that apple's eaten around and you get like whatever's left, she might just get like the scraps of the apple because Ebony came in and took that whole apple. But that's what we're dealing with.
So is Bershon a friend of Ebony, or who is Bershon a friend of?
Just like how they revealed.
They said Leah.
They're all coming on as friends with Leah.
I think that Leah will probably be friends with them, but honestly, it's not even confirmed yet because one, I don't know how they're going to incorporate Ebony, who she's friends with. And just like we saw on the reunion where Dorinda was so annoyed because they were giving Tinsley the credit for Leah, Leah didn't know anybody. So that might be what we're dealing with is just two women who don't know anyone, who they're just bringing in and they're like, okay, go.
Yeah. It's definitely a smart move. Have you noticed Andy's trying to venture out in ethnic groups now because the new woman on Beverly Hills is Asian, and now you got your first black, and then Garcelle was the first black woman on Beverly Hills, and now you have a new black woman on
Yeah.
It's not just Andy though. Look at The Bachelorette. This is networks opening their eyes and being more aware. 2020 again, there's been so much that's happened in the news. Like people are being held accountable and want more diversity. And if Andy Cohen continued to cast all white women, just like if The Bachelor and Bachelorette, ABC continued to cast all white bachelors and bachelorettes, that would be so tone deaf. There's no way people would stop watching.
Do you think it has anything to do that Nene called him a racist and he's trying to prove her wrong?
No, I don't think that.
No.
I don't think that what Nene says moves Andy at all.
He doesn't care.
Do you think Nene and Andy will make up one day? It's getting bad.
No.
I'm sure they'll make up. But I don't think that what she says moves him because she's shown herself to be not really. You know, she's shown herself to be. I can't find a word without trying to disrespect her.
Don't do it. Let's take some comments from the chat, and then I'll take a couple of calls. Oh wait, who's the new woman on? Oh God, what is her name?
I didn't see that.
For Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I know her last name is Minkoff.
Isn't it Crystal Kung Minkoff? I think
That's it. It's Crystal. Yeah.
And what does she do?
So her husband is a Disney exec. They say that he was one of the directors for The Lion King, and she has her own business too. So she has her own thing going on. I haven't seen her talk one time. I don't know enough about her to see what her personality is going to be like, but I'm curious. They said that she's 95% a shoe-in as our full-time new Beverly Hills diamond holder. So
wait, what did you say? The last part?
That she's like 95% the one that they're adding in as our new diamond holder.
It's not a shoe-in as of yet. Oh, I thought it was a done deal.
Oh, it's probably a done deal. I think right now it comes to a matter of once they start filming, seeing how the dynamics go. And then I don't think we really find out until like with OC, that Elizabeth Lynn Vargas girl, they were going to cut her back to a friend role because they had to pull her aside and say, listen, you're being too aggressive, because Kelly Dodd's her friend. So she thought she had to come in like this pit bull, and producers are like, whoa, girl, take it back. So it depends how she films.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, don't hang up. I'm going to drop you just 2 calls and then we're out.
Okay.
Hi, Andrea. How you doing?
Hi,
You watch
guys. How are
Housewives
you?
too?
Huh?
Hi, Andrea.
You watch Housewives too?
Sometimes. It's been a while, but I do. Okay, so I only wanted to chime in a bit about that Kelly Dodd woman. So I quickly Googled because someone in the comment section said that she was Mexican, Mexican descent.
Yeah.
And I Googled it, and I found a fun little note from TMC saying that in this year she was blasted because she said that she didn't like black guys.
She did say that. Don't you guys remember when Kelly Dodd said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she changed it up. She said, I only said that because there's not a lot of black guys in Orange County.
Yeah. But then in her Instagram, she was saying like, people were saying like, do you truly believe that? Do you truly believe that because you're Mexican, you can't be racist? And she said, I've experienced racism personally. I'm a woman of color and love everyone. And then she said like, oh, I'm truly embarrassed. There's no excuse for bad behavior or comments without offending anyone. I'm sorry for that.
Andrea, are you trying to say that Kelly's a racist and this is your proof? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that this issue with the cap is strike true for her.
Yeah.
I mean, if she has history of already making fun of the movement, which I'm sorry, I don't know where you live or how dumb you are, but I'm Mexican. I live in Mexico, and I know about the black movement. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know you were calling from a different country. That's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. I know about the movement. I know about Breonna Taylor. Like, how come someone from another country who you may say is not affected directly by this issue knows about it and is sympathetic towards that?
Quick question. Did you ever live in the U.S.? Because you don't have an accent. How did you?
You're so sweet.
You don't
Your
have an
English
accent.
is beautiful. Your English is beautiful.
Thank you, guys. No, but I practice my English very, very hard.
All right. Thank you, Andrea. I got to do a quick because I'm taking some other calls, and I appreciate you calling in. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll see you on 90 Day. Can't wait.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. I'm just going to take these calls really quickly. Hi, Kiki. I'm taking quick calls. What did you want to sound off on? I like your hair.
People and Andrew, I love you. You are the best. Young people should watch you because you say the right things. And it's intriguing that you watch these things with us older ladies, but hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Sharrell, I love you too.
Thank you.
I want you to speak and say how you feel and don't sit on the fence. Please don't do it. Anyway.
Hey, I have to. I'm that guy. If once I start speaking on how I feel, I lose my interview. So I just have to ride the fence. But Kiki, I'll ride it with you. We can ride the fence together.
And also, he's not acting. He's really a good guy. Go ahead, Kiki.
Okay, fine. I have friends like you and Adam, and you can come. I'm in the UK, by the way, so you can come to the UK. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
What's your quick question? Because we got a lot. Yeah.
Quick. I want to say one. I have so much to say, but I'll just hone in on Kelly at the moment. With Kelly, who is someone who came on with a bang and was scandalous and said all the things that people were a little bit nervous or shy to say. In the beginning, I used to feel sorry for her because she was always out on a limb with her comments and whatever, but I think she's getting out of hand and someone must either rein her in or get rid of her, because one of the things which I wanted to say about the whole housewife franchise is it started with, somebody mentioned in the link, that it started with us seeing the side of the very rich people and how they behaved and everything. And I was intrigued. I'm sitting in England and I watch almost all of it because, this is the homes they have and all of that. It's fine. However, they are now misbehaving to the point where it is becoming tasteless. It is becoming a little bit worrying. I don't like it at all when they're horrible to Lisa Vanderpump because she's my English girl. And, we live, she lives just down the road from me here. Now, all of this is becoming so bad that loads of people will stop watching. I just saw the Mexican lady as well. We watch all over the world. But people are tired of terseness and sadness and rudeness and aggressiveness. Why are women like that? Now, one of the things which
we gotta wrap it up, Kiki.
Yeah, okay. My final word is this. This is a world where we need to start being kind to each other. Things are bad. There's illness, there's sickness, there's death. So let us try and be good. And if this is going to go on, Andy is getting on my nerves. Somebody get rid of him and find a new manager or something. Anyway, Sharrell, I love your show. I love it. I am so happy to be on again. This is my second go. Yay!
Thank you for calling. I appreciate the call.
Yeah.
Andy needs to be fired. Oh, wow. That's funny. All right.
Wait,
Go ahead.
No, I thought that was interesting because you don't love the basis of the housewives and all of that, but then you want me to speak out and be more aggressive, but then you want, want them to tone it down. I'm so confused.
Really quick. I'm trying to do it quickly, and then we'll see it in the end. Hi, Dana. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
What's your quick comment?
I'll make it really quick. I'm going to say I made some observations. With all the sexual stuff going on at Housewives, it's mirroring Beverly Hills and Atlanta are mirroring each other. Yeah. And I'm thinking they're in competition for all the exposure. So Andy's going to have to do a cam soda of Housewives.
That's true. That's true.
Because it's getting real nasty.
It's getting bad.
If Andrew keeps coming up with all the tea, he's going to have to go incognito.
Mm.
He's not going to be so safe.
Thank you for your call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dana.
Love your hair.
Thank you.
This is pretty. Okay. Hi, Simone. Really quick, what's your question or comment?
Hi.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to comment on the whole thing with the whole Atlanta scandal thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys follow the Peach Report daily. The Twitter account has been dropping so much tea. So far, the people who are ruled out are Cynthia, Candy, Kenya, and the new friend Fallon.
So who does that leave?
It leaves out Porsha, Drew, LaToya, Tanya, and Marlo.
I don't see Marlo. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got to keep it quick. Okay.
Okay. Also, certain people are unfollowing each other this morning, and word on the street is that one of the people involved is threatening legal action against Bravo if they show the footage.
That is so good. Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm so serious.
I'm going to make another video and make it where you can come on and talk a little longer. That's really good. Thank you, Simone. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, I know what I'm going to do when I get off of here.
Yeah.
Hi, Bobby. How are you?
I wanted to talk because they said for the Real Housewives of New York, they have a black woman, Ebony K. Williams.
Yeah, we showed her picture. She's stunning. You want
I know who she is. She was on Fox. She is going to be so fun.
Isn't she pretty?
Old hags.
She's oh my God, Bobby. She's stunning, isn't she? She's stunning.
It's so fun. I love her. I mean, I really do think that they're just taking my words and just putting them out. Because I said no, Larissa, no, Larissa.
Yeah.
Your words are powerful, Blavy. Never forget that.
This is what I say about Kelly. Kelly should have never been on the show because Kelly is embarrassing. Kelly to me is very disrespectful, and I don't like her in this whole I'm a woman of color and stuff like that. Because if you reminded about Kelly, the problem with her mother doesn't even like her. Now, granted.
Oh my God, Blavy. Oh my God.
You're doing the devil's work, Blavy.
Okay, come on, let's make it quick. Keep going, quick.
Now, granted that her mother, you get into things where her mother doesn't like her. I mean, her bum of a brother was living in her house. She was sitting there with that old dusty man.
So
he looked like Santa Claus's brother.
Oh my gosh.
Then they had the baby through IVF because he was too old to be having a baby. What is he?
Oh my God, Blavy.
And you got the nerve to talk about people? No wonder you're always drunk. She needs to go to.
Oh my God, Blavy. Oh my. All right. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, I just think Kelly needs to go to rehab. I think they do need somebody Hispanic on this show because there's a big Hispanic population. And somebody Hispanic, who's about it. Somebody feisty. Like the one on The View, she would be good, but she's Cuban.
Adrian Balon?
No, Anna from The View.
You said The View. Sorry.
But they need somebody Hispanic who's feisty, who loves being Mexican, and who could really shut her up because Kelly, she needs, a good hometown dragon. That's what she needs.
Listen to Blavy. Thank you for calling. I got to keep it short because I'm trying to get people in that say that I don't get them in. But this was, you're too much. I love it. Don't forget to call back. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, Blavy is crazy. Hi, Cody. What are your quick words for the about the show? Cody? Okay. Sorry. This is quick round. Hi, Dorit. How are you? Dorit?
Good. And I have something really quick to say. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Hello?
Yeah,
okay.
we can hear.
Kelly died. So what? Who cares? And how in the world did she land Rick Leventhal?
Oh my God, you guys are so mean. Okay, listen, thank you for calling in, Dorit. I appreciate the call.
You're welcome. Bye, guys. Love you, Adam.
Bye, Dorit.
Okay, you guys, I got as many people in as I could because people are saying, I don't take all the calls. So I got as many as I could. That was crazy. Let's go around and say final words. Let's start with you, Perry.
Look, I just say this. I'll piggyback off what Kiki was saying. Like 2020 is a time. I mean, the other years we've been working on these things, but I just think people got to learn to respect each other. And I think racism goes on both sides, on all sides, right? Mm-hmm. That we get to learn to respect each other. But I think would have helped that. The only thing people want today is equal rights, equal treatment, equal respect. So when people take things out of line here or there, that should be the bottom line. And that's what's needed. And it's time for a change. That's it.
Gabor, final words.
I don't really have any final words. I'm trying to look and see what's going on in Atlanta.
Okay.
You're already moved on to the next show.
I know Porsha wasn't stupid enough to go do nothing after what she did on season 9.
I will Let's look into that, and we'll talk about it
We'll
next
talk
show.
about that later.
Rich Andrew, final words.
Beauty fades, dumb is forever. And I don't think that phrase is more true for a woman than Kelly Dot. She's an airhead, and calling her an airhead's an overstatement because that would require her hair to actually have her head to have actual air in it, you know?
Up and Adam, final words.
I guess I'll end this with a positive then. I just want to say I'm super excited that Ebony Williams has confirmed for Real Housewives of New York. I think she's going to be a firecracker. I love the fact that we have some people like, again, Ramona, who can be super careless with her words. I love that we have somebody who is not going to look over that. She's not going to let it go, and she's going to bring some spice to the franchise. So I can't wait.
Okay. And I think that the new woman, Ebony, is absolutely stunning. I wanted to thank all you guys for the super chat and really supporting the channel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. And then I appreciate everyone joining the chat. I had a really good time this time around. Rich Andrew, Adam, Perry, Gabor, they all crack me up. Thank you so much for joining the chat. We'll see you tomorrow at the block party. 7:00 Pacific time for 90 Day Fiance. On 3, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.